Hey, it's KrepsyK. And today, like I said before, I am going through and opening the rest of, the Brawl decks and Commander decks that I've bought extra for the channel. I still haven't gotten my Zendikar Rising set booster box audio fixed, though I do have another one in the lineup, so maybe here in the next week or two we can open up the last of the 3 Zendikar Rising booster set boxes, and eventually I'll get the audio on the other one fixed. But today, specifically, we are going to be opening Wyleth Soul of Steel, and I believe this was from the, not Call Time, Zendikar Commander series. Oh, and just some glare on that. There we go. The Zendikar Commander series. So, I think there were 2 Commander decks that they released, and I opened one on the channel already. I remember the packaging was like all crazy like this, if you want to see what the packaging looks like inside. And so, behind it, you've got, in this back little thin piece, you got your deck box and the goodies inside. And then this is just extra padding for the deck, I believe. Huh, that's much thicker than I thought than I remember the other one being. It's a thick boy. Alright, so let's go ahead, pop open the Commander deck. So, oh right, these are actually Commander decks. If you look, the deck box size is much bigger than the regular deck box size. So this is definitely a Commander product. We can expect to see, a good series of rares, probably 100 cards, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get the box folded up. Here we go. Got this guy. How you doing, Mr. Wyleth? Planeswalker symbol, arm for battle, so it's going to be a equipment heavy thing, so let's get that out of the way. The spin down, well, not spin down, life counter, I apologize, is actually pretty solid. I like the red. I like the little Commander shield. It goes up to 40 per every little counter that they put out like this, so that's nice. Put that over here with the box. I can't find a place to put this. That's fine. And then I believe the other one came with a booklet, but I didn't see any like cool art or anything. Yeah, this is just Learn to Play Commander. I guess if you want to count this, there we go. Count this as like really cool art, that's fine, but I didn't keep the last one. It just kind of describes the deck. Alright, so let's get into it. First card on the top is Wyleth Soul of Steel. White, red, and a colorless. Legendary creature, human warrior. 2/2. When this attacks, draw a card for each aura or equipment attached to it. So, it costs 3 to come out, and, well, I don't know how many really good red and white auras there are, but red and white usually are the colors of equipment, like warrior equipment decks. You see them actually currently running around in Standard right now, at least in early 21. So let's go ahead, split this up. We got some removal with Condemn. Got Danitha, nice card there. Dawn Charm is pretty decent. Disenchant, Fate the Broken. Flicker Wisp, if that interests you. Cartographer on Sarah's Wings, I remember this. Explorer, Return to Dust, Spirit Mantle, Swords to Plowshares. By the way, this deck has a copy of Swords to Plowshares. I did not know that. Unrequested Authority, Valor Stance, Abrade, if that it gets you a little interested. Expedite. Fists of Flame, I believe that was from Modern Horizons. Teamer Battle Rage. Volcanic Fallout. Boros Charm, another good card there. Tiana Ship's Caretaker, if that's your bag. Got some action there. Most of these are uncommon, so very interesting. Wear and Tear, which is a split card. Bone Splitter Axe. Now we're getting into the equipments here. Bone Splitter Axe, or at least one equipment. Boros Signet. The Squire. Explorer's Scope. Oh, there's another. Oh wait, Explorer Scope is an equipment. Whenever whenever equipped creature attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Okay, there we go. Fire Shrieker, 3-drop equipment, has double strike. Okay. Here's a rare. Now we've got into some rares. Let's go ahead and pick through these. I was wondering why I couldn't find any rares in this thing. I was like, man, it's a commander deck and no rares. So let's go ahead and get into those. Quite a bit of rares, actually. There it is. Alright. So here are the rares. We'll go through the last of the equipments here. Haunted Cloak, very good card. Hero's Blade. Mask of Avacyn. Some people might actually be interested in this. Ring of Thune, another good equipment. Ring of Valkus. I don't know this one very much. Actually, what is it? Haste at the beginning of upkeep, put a 1/1 counter on it if it's red. Okay. That's pretty good. This is obviously a red card, so that'd be nice. We'll get these uncommons out of the way. Obviously, Soul Ring. Can't have a commander deck without Soul Ring, right? So we got the Swift Boots. And we're going to pick through here, obviously, Command Tower, Encroaching Wastes. Let's see, Memorial to War, if that interests you. Rogue's Passage, if that interests you. The Spire. Ooh, Secluded Step. Let's see. Sunhome, Fortress of the Legion. I don't know what this is. Taps for colorless. Pay 4. Target creature gains double strike till end of turn. That's okay. That's pretty good for a land. Comes in untapped, taps for colorless right away. That's pretty good. Transguild Promenade. Comes in tapped. ETB, sack it unless you pay 1. And so it's another Rupture Spire. Not a big deal there. And then you've got Mountains that looks like... I don't recognize the art. Not terribly good on the mountain artwork there. Plains... The plains are pretty average artwork as well. I'm not going to get terribly excited over the plains. So, nothing really too special in the lands. I didn't see any rare lands, so that's another thing altogether. Soldier tokens that have cats on the back. So you've got soldiers, cats, not terrible. And they're all soldier and cats. Oh no, okay. There's also one soldier token with an elephant on the back. So, soldier, cats, and elephants. That's where we're at today, folks. Now let's dig into these rares. Timely Ward is a 3-drop enchantment. You may cast a spell as though it had flash. Okay, if it targets a commander. Very special conditions there. And it gives something indestructible. Cool. Indestructibility on an enchantment's always nice. Blazing Sun Steel, an equipment, gets 1/0 for each opponent you have. Okay, so it's definitely commander oriented. And whenever it's dealt damage, deal that much damage to any target. There you go. Okay, so that's kind of nice. It's equipment, it sticks around. Martial Coup is 2 white and X. Create X soldier creature tokens. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. Wow! Yeah, cast that for 5. Wipe the board and have a little small army you can start attaching stuff to. Not a bad card. Odric, Lunarch Marshal, 4-drop, legendary creature, human soldier, 3/3. At the beginning of each combat, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn. If a creature you control has first strike, the same is true for flying, death touch, double strike. Oh, wow. So, it's an abilities multiplier or duplicator, but it like spans it, I guess if I'm understanding this correctly, spans it across all your creatures. That's pretty sweet. That's a pretty solid card. Also, he's holding a sword from Halo. I'm just pointing this out. Like if you liked playing with the energy sword in Halo, so you can maybe get a copy of this card. Just kind of meme on it. Relic Seeker, 2 for a 2/2 creature, human soldier, renown. When it becomes renowned, search your library for an equipment, reveal it, put it into your hand. Okay, nice. Little equipment tutor, pretty good. Sigardia's Aid, 1-drop enchantment. You may cast aura and equipment spells as though they had flash, very important. And whenever an equipment enters the battlefield, you may attach it to a target creature you control. That's powerful. And that's for 1, by the way. That's super powerful and for 1. I wonder if Sigardia's Aid's actually like moving up in price. That's impressive to me. You got a 2-drop, 2/2, Saram, Senior Edificer. Edificer, not Artificer. Confusing. Dwarf Advisor. Okay, that's why. Legendary Dwarf Advisor. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle, draw a card. Okay. You know what? If you want to run vehicles, if you want to go harder into the, artifacts thing, this guy's probably a really good card to play. Unbreakable Formation, just a really solid boost spell. You could play it at sorcery speed to give everything a 1/1 counter and indestructible. And you could play it at instant speed to give everything indestructible. White Sun's Zenith, 3 and X. Create X 2/2 white creature cat tokens. Okay. Shuffle this into its owner's library. Okay. Winds of Wrath, 5. Destroy all creatures that aren't enchanted. They can't be regenerated. Okay. Just a big old board wipe. And assuming that your things are actually equipped or having auras on them, they survive. So it's kind of like a one-sided board wipe. Comet Storm, 2 red and X, instant, mythic, multi-kicker 1. So choose any target, then choose another target for each time it was kicked, and it deals X damage to each of them. So it's effectively like a fireball. If you look at old school Fireball and the way it was worded and the way you can like spread Fireball to individuals, it's kind of like that. So Comet Storm's effectively Fireball that you have to pay 2 red instead of 1. That's okay. That's okay. I would run Fireball, but to each their own. I don't know why you wouldn't run a Fireball in place of this. Dual Caster Mage. You know what? Let me know down in the comments below why you would rather run this over a Fireball. Dual Caster Mage. 2 red and a colorless. Creature Human Wizard. 2/2. Flash. Whenever this enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Jaya's Immolating Inferno, 2 red and X, legendary sorcery, deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. Very nice. So it's kind of like a smaller, different fireball. I like it. I miss red X spells, by the way. There's so many of them. There was one in Dominaria that was really fun to play with. I can't remember the name of it. Relentless Assault. Untap all creatures that attacked this turn. After this main phase, there is an additional combat phase, followed by an additional main phase. There you go. There you go. Nice little finisher there. Wild Ricochet. The art on this is hilarious, by the way. 2 red and 2 instant. You may choose new targets for target instant or sorcery spell, then copy that spell and choose new targets. And it's got like this giant with an old lady's face. I know you can't really see it, but it's like a giant with an old lady's face and the whatever spell's being bounced off. Some kind of force field. That's kind of funny. I just look up Wild Ricochet and look up the art. The face is hilarious. Word of Seizing, 2 and 3, 2 red and 3. Split Second. As long as this is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Very nice. Split Second was a very cool concept. Untap target permanent and gain control of it. It gains haste to end of turn. The flavor text is just obey. That's cool. Deflecting Palm. Very good card here. 1 white and red. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you, this turn prevent that damage. If damage was prevented this way, Deflecting Palm deals that much damage to that creature's or source's controller. Nice. Nice. Master Warcraft, 2 hybrid, red and white, and 2 instant. Cast this only before attackers are declared. You choose which creatures attacked. You choose which creatures attack this turn, and you also choose which creatures block this turn, and how those creatures block. Okay, so you can force, 2 different opponents into really awkward situations. That's nice. Response, Resurgence, good card here. 5 damage to attacking or blocking creature for 2, hybrid. And then creatures you control gain first strike, vigilance till end of turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat. You know what? I'm okay with this. The additional combat thing is really neat. That's always been like a red-white ability together. There's another rare card from the Ravnica block, the recent one. It was either Guilds of Ravnica or Ravnica Allegiance, and it was like Chance for Glory, I believe is the name. It lets you take an extra turn, which is effectively giving you another combat, but at the end of the turn, you lose if you did not win. So, alright, so we got Black Blade Reforged, just a really good equipment here. We'll put that up there for the rare. Loxodon Warhammer, plus 3/0 Trample and Lifelink. Nice. Sunforger, which kind of looks like the art from Lava Axe. That's really interesting. 3 equipped creature gets 4/0. You can pay a red and a white, unattach it, search your library for a red or white instant card, CMC 4 or less, cast it without paying its mana cost, shuffle your library. Hello! So for 5, because you got to equip it and then unequip it, for 5 you could just, like, boop, instant or sorcery from out of your library, and just, I think it says instant or sorcery. For a red and a white instant. It's an instant. I'm sorry, not sorcery. An instant. Which is fine. By the way, this doesn't work the way you think it does on red to X spells. So, keep that in mind. Sword of Vengeance. 3-drop equipment. 2/0, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste. Hello. That's pretty good. And the last rare is actually the only rare land that I could find in the deck. Slayer Stronghold. Immediately taps for colorless, does not enter tapped. Red, white, target creature gets 2/0 and vigilance and haste till end of turn. So, there you go, folks. That is all of the cards in the deck. You know what? I think it's good. I think the cards in here, some of the cards you could definitely, change to something else. Though, Brass Squire, attach target equipment you control to another creature. Okay. Boros Charm, Signet for mana. Wear and Tear's decent. Yeah, there's a couple of cards that I would probably swap out. There's another couple of equipment tutor cards you could swap out, some of which are attached to creatures. I didn't see one particular one in here, so that's nice. Obviously, Stoneforge Mystic, a lot of other equipment cards revolving around Nahiri, so you might want to look at those to add to the deck. Obviously, your rare lands, I would definitely put, a temple. I'd definitely put a shock land. If you got them, maybe a fetch land. I would definitely square up your land cycle here, or your land base, just because the lands in here, they're all basics, or, actually, how many, like the tap lands that make you tap for, like, another color, I don't think those are great. Though, I don't know why Sunhome Fortress of the Legion isn't a rare card when you have Slayer Stronghold right next to it that effectively does the same thing. Anyway, that's just a nitpick. But yeah, you got tap lands. Command Tower's good, though. Does come with a command tower. Encroaching Waste just blows up a non-basic. Forgotten Cave, I guess you could put some cycling lands in there. Memorial to War blows up a land of choice. Got to search up lands that enter tapped. Rogue's Passage is unblockable. Another Rupture Spire. I would replace these some of these. Maybe you could keep the 2 cycle lands. But if you want good cycle lands, there is a land cycle from Modern Horizons. I think it's called Sunbaked Canyon. I could be wrong, but it's a dual land. It's a pain land. So every time you tap it for mana, it deals 1 damage to you. Not like it matters. You're in Commander. You have 40 life. You tap that card 40 times, theoretically. But it also has cycling attached to it, so if you want to keep the cycling lands in there, definitely keep in mind that there are, I think, 2 other cycling dual lands. No, it might just be Sunbaked Canyon. Don't quote me on that, folks, but I do know Sunbaked Canyon has cycling, and it's red and white. So you could definitely slot that in. So, I think that's all we're going to go over today for the deck here. And the deck was Armed for Battle with Wyleth, Soul of Steel. So there you go. That was part of, I believe, the Zendikar 2-set Commander decks. We opened the other one on video at some point on this channel. So, that being all said, I want to thank you all for stopping by. You all have a great day. This was KrepsyK, and I'm getting out of here.